So my name is Dilz and this is Behind the Bars. Today we're going to break down the lyrics behind my song Resurrection.
So you don't give a fuck if you like me and keep it. These doubters trying to tell me I won't make it. See the real ones and I see the ones that fake it. Looking past the facade cause I hate it. I see the crown and I'm stepping up to take it.
This is my most recent single featuring Rotorua artist Hera, produced by Border Sticks. Mixed and mastered by my friend over in Los Angeles, Smith. Resurrection is about starting fresh. It's about finding myself again, finding my purpose and wanting to move forward and enjoying the now. I was on my first national tour. I was introduced to new experiences that I hadn't been around before. I kind of had the need to write about it and I express what I go through in my lyrics. It's how I vent, it's how I cope with a situation. So this was one of those moments. I started writing the song in February 2020. I finished writing it April 2020. So I've got these people looking up to me, girls coming to my shows, wanting to get under me. I got these people giving drugs to me and more girls on the side wanting to make love to me. That was me kind of experiencing, I wouldn't say fame, I definitely don't consider myself famous, but I was more known than what I had previously been. There's a lot of people that look up to me because of my music, the younger generation, you know. I felt like, how do I fill this role of who I'm supposed to be when there's the people trying to look up to me, but I'm not a good role model? I was also dealing with the situation of females trying to get my attention because of the music and who I was and stuff like that. And I had never really dealt with that in person. I'd always had that kind of scenario come about through social media, but I was going out and doing shows and doing a tour and I'd seen it kind of firsthand and I didn't know how to comprehend that. And the people giving drugs to me, I don't know if people just seem to think it's cool because they're doing drugs with somebody that does music or the person that done the show. I have been and was getting offered drugs left, right and center. When you're kind of in that moment and in that lifestyle and people offering you that kind of stuff, it's quite hard to say no. Sometimes it's like a fantasy. Sometimes it fucking angers me. Sometimes I'm feeling used and abused. They step on me, then bounce. I'm no trampoline. People were looking at me as Dilz, not Dillon. They were using me for that attention I was getting surrounding the music rather than caring to get to know who I was behind the music, I guess. The line, they step on me, then bounce. I'm no trampoline. That's what you do on a trampoline. You step on the trampoline and you bounce on it. So that's what I was getting at with those lyrics. People know that I'm an open book, heart on my sleeve, but at times that is overlooked. I use my music like a diary. Everything you're hearing is my life that inspires me. My music is based on my real life experiences. What you're hearing is real. This is what I've gone through. And I'm telling you my story. This is my life. So I'm not claiming to have a hard life, but it definitely has a dark side. And recently my heart died. I've been struggling to carry on, look, I can't lie. Whatever I'm going through, people out there are going through worse situations, but what I'm going through right now, I'm finding it hard to deal with. I had recently gone through a breakup, so I was with my ex for a number of years, and I think I was just struggling to find myself again. I didn't know who I was, and I was feeling quite lost. So welcome to my headspace. Feeling so uncertain, I'm a burden, just a dead weight. I think I need to get away, make the great escape, try and find me a better place. At this point, this was me being stuck in my head. I felt like a burden. I felt like what I was going through, I didn't know how to deal with it, but I also didn't know how to share it with others. At this point, I was kind of feeling like I need to go start fresh. I need to find my purpose. My last relationship was toxic, claiming that I had her spreading lies around Foxton. Truth is, she was the abusive one. Physically and mentally, I felt like such a useless cunt. Those lyrics there were very hard for me to write. I was in an abusive relationship, and that is hard to admit as a man. I came clean about it in this song. This was my way of expressing it. The hardest thing about that was knowing that the people closest to me were going to hear those. That was kind of the reason why I delayed putting the song out for so long, because I wasn't sure how open I wanted to be with my music, but I felt like at the same time, if I was able to write these lyrics and put them out and somebody else was able to hear them, they might feel like they're not alone. You know, it might be able to help somebody open their eyes. I'm glad that I'm out of that relationship now, but I had to go through that to be where I am now. If I die young, I want to go out like tentacion. This is how I feel when the love is gone. This is how I deal, grab the pen, time to vent, make another song. When I say tentacion, I'm referring to XXX Tentacion. So he was a hip hop artist that was murdered a few years ago. He blew up, like he was already quite big, but he became massive because he was a hip hop artist that got murdered basically. And I was kind of feeling like, well, I'm not getting heard as a musician while I'm alive. So if I am to die, I'd rather go out in the same kind of fashion so that my music can be heard. This is how I feel when the love is gone. That's where my mind was going. My thought process was kind of like, well, I might as well just get murdered. Might as well just get killed so that my music can get out there. Grabbing the pen, venting with another song. At this stage, I'm just saying that I'm making another song because I'm going through something. Look, my friend list is endless. I'm struggling with friendships. As I scroll through, I wonder who it is I can go to that I'm friends with. The meaning behind that is the false facade of social media. I may have thousands of followers or a whole bunch of people around me, but who can I actually talk to? I need to learn to use my heart less. This is my resurrection, I'm gonna start fresh. I let my heart get me into these situations, being too caring, being too loving. Maybe if I took a step back and took my heart out of it, I wouldn't end up in these scenarios or being hurt so often or to the extent that I've been hurt. Let's use my heart less, I'll be sweet going forwards. In terms of this is my resurrection, throughout the entire song, I'm talking about being lost, and I'm writing from a headspace where I definitely was unsure of who I was and what my purpose was. But by the end of it, I'm saying that I want to move past that and I want to find myself again. So for the video for Resurrection, I linked up with Charlie from Runner Films. We really brought my vision for the song to life. The whole idea of the song was I was lost and I was trying to find myself. So I was in a dark place. By the end of the video, I found the light, so check the video out if you haven't already. It is one of my favorite pieces of work so far. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that has listened to Resurrection so far. I do not have a massive marketing team behind me or a label, managers, promoters or anybody. It's all just me, myself and I. Having you guys jump on board and help me with all of that, it means a lot to me. If you haven't heard it yet, you can go and listen to it anywhere. You can play music, Spotify, iTunes. Thank you for watching. This has been Behind the Bars.
Very nice.
Is that it? I think.